I was incarcerated in Al Sadr jail for 6 months, more or less, and I was with Ahmed Mansour. I could witness, I could see everything that this guy was going through, right? The first thing I realized that this old man, because I didn't realize he was only 51 years old, because his condition, his health condition is someone that is around 65, 70 years old. It's like my mother. Everything that I could see, and we got close to each other because the facility, they had to go to some works just before summer. So they put us one beside the other because he's not allowed to have anyone around him, because he's not allowed to have news from outside. He's not allowed to read. I was smuggling, and I'm not ashamed of that. I was smuggling him books because he said, listen, I need to get out of my head because I'm dying here. So with help of other jailers, because some jailers, they like him very much. Some jailers, they know he's not guilty for anything. But the thing is, I've been in Dubai jail just for some small things that someone is smuggling drugs in my house. And I've been jailed for that. And I've seen all types of prisoners there. Rapists, killers, people that stole money from the government. But the only one that I saw sleeping on the floor without blanket and cold water was Ahmed Mansour. And this is the reason that I said, listen, I need to do something because it's not human what this guy is going through. So along the 6 months, he told all history that happened to him, all right? Since the moment of his arrest, everything he's done. He said, the only thing I want is that my country will be a better country. Sometimes the officers come to talk to him, the manager of the jail. Every time the manager of the jail comes to talk to him, all the other officers stay outside. There's no shouting inside the cell because they talk to each other in a nice tone of voice. However, when this manager is not there and the officers go to talk to him, let's say Captain Diab, for example, he's one of the guys that is really shouting to him and is really rude. And he said, I remember once Mansour told me, they are scared that when I go out, I will try to have any political position. And I don't want. I just want my country to be a better country with the human rights. This guy, the Ahmed Mansour, he said, listen, my glasses, my reading glasses are there for 5 months. I can't read. I need to read with a book close to my eye. The books that I was smuggling into his cell for him to have something to read because he's not allowed to have any news from outside. He was allowed to have 5 books. The books are still on the drawer of the officers. They are not allowed, he's not allowed to have these books. Every time he goes for the phone calls, he comes back very upset because he's allowed to have 5 minutes with his mother and 5 minutes with his family, wife and kids. It's not possible to talk 5 minutes with his 4 children and wife. And he comes back upset because they cut the communication every 3.5 minutes. For the sunbath, they need to remove everybody from outside to allow Ahmed Mansour to go for 1 hour and 20 minutes. But this 1 hour and 20 minutes in the paper, he stays for 20 minutes, he needs to come back. His health condition, I saw. Mansour, what's your problem? Oh, now I'm having a blood pressure problem. Now I'm having cholesterol problem. Even though I try to go outside and make some exercise, they don't allow me to stay 1 hour and 20. The only way that I have to walk is inside my cell. And this poor man, he wakes up in the morning, he starts praying at 5 o'clock in the morning, and he finishes prayer at 8 o'clock in the evening and he goes to bed. I'm really grateful for this man because even though I knew I was going out, I was coming back home very soon, I thought about taking my life. I did. Because the only thing we can take from a human being, the most important thing we can take out from a human being is the freedom. And this guy, one day he wakes up in the morning, he said, listen, Cassio, today it's 3.5 years that I'm here. I said, how can you do that? He said, I don't know until when I will. Because my health, I feel that my health is going on. It's going away. I feel that I'm not the same man that I came in. And they don't want me to go out. He said, listen, today anybody's allowed to come inside the jail. I'm going with Bruce said, and with David said as well. He said, the last time human rights went inside the jail, they changed the catering. Ahmed Mansour said, I don't know what I'm having, a nice food, I'm having a nice catering. And then someone from the human rights years ago, they went inside the jail and they found out that he was very well treated. As soon as they left, it came back the poor food. All right? He is not allowed to talk to anyone. Thanks God, the pandemic came, of course, you know what I mean, that all the officers, they left the jail. And then the small officers, the jailers, they allowed me to stay close to him for the 6 months. They allowed me to go inside the buildings, that I could find out and I could write down names that Africans, most of them are Africans, they are inside the jail, even though they were declared innocent by the judge. I have names, I have prison numbers. I have, for example, just one case. This gentleman, this boy, I say it's a boy because he's way younger than me. He stayed 5 years in jail until be declared innocent. And then they sent him to Nigeria. It's absurd. This is very, very absurd. For example, here, Obina, this is Obina, arrested 6 December 2016. He was declared not guilty in 3rd September 2020. 5 years in jail without a judgment and declared not guilty. How can they do that? So Thomas Ronald from Cameroon, arrested on 3rd of July 2019. He was declared innocent on 17th of March 2020. And when I left Abu Dhabi, this guy was still in jail. He was still in jail. Well, I had some benefits because of my nationality and because of the pandemic, because the officers were not inside the jail. So I could go up and down and I could take names and I could take histories. And it's just, we need to do something. It's not human what UAE do to prisoners and foreigners. I was in Dubai, HIV prisoners. If they are Emiratis, they have their treatment every single day, 1 pill, 1 capsule. If they are Nigerian, if they are Brazilians, they get their treatment, 3 capsules for the old treatment, and it does not come every day. Hepatitis C, if you are Emirati, you get your treatment. If you are foreigner, there's a Uzbekistani guy over there, he's dying. So that's everything that I have to say. We need to release this guy. We need to release the prisoners over there because it's torture. The president of France, Macron, he said the crown prince of Abu Dhabi is torturing prisoners in Yemen, but he's doing it also in his own country. And of course, sanctions, we cannot, they have oil. They have oil. They buy aircraft in the United States, they buy aircraft in Europe. Who is going to fight against these people? They do what they want. And I tell you the rumors, I tell here, I never mentioned to any TV. They take a Bengali Indian prisoner, they sentence for 20 years. They say this guy is sick at some point. They take a kidney of this guy for a transplant for an Arab citizen. And they release this guy after 2 years, 2 months, 6 months. Listen, you got the pardon, you can go home. Listen, this is a rumor. I didn't witness this, but it's a very strong rumor that happens inside the jail. I wrote a book about every history of HIV prisoners over there, of everyone who was declared innocent.